Tonight, on the news, the newest COVID-19 variant emerges, known as Unicron. The Ghislaine Maxwell trial began on Monday, November 29th, 2021. And a new TV show about misunderstood billionaires and industrialists comes out next week, attempting to humanize the long-maligned group. It's called We're the Bilderbergs! And now, here to not discuss all that, Alex and the Garbage Man. Yeah.
Now I'm supposed to talk. I can't talk about any of that stuff?
No, this is like how I think it was George Carlin. Was it George Carlin or Louis C.K. who would? No, it was Louis C.K. He would start with the bit he ended on from his previous stand-up show, and he would open with that in his new stand-up show. So he would screw himself over and have to create from there. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, because we take a page from Louis C.K., but we asked for consent before we jerk it in front of people.
I was good. You covered that. So
yeah. Just so we don't appear creepy or anything.
Yeah. We have to. Oh, I should have fucking grabbed it. So there was this thing that was on Speak Out Mackenzie, and it's not the front of us 10. It was actually something else. And I was talking about how all these years ago this movie came out, and it was called the fucking Abercrombie and Finch thing, whatever the fuck it is called right now. I don't give a fuck. And it had like a movie poster in the hand, and I think it was Carla Beggs. I can't remember her maiden name. She went to school with us.
Oh yeah, Carly.
Yeah, she actually called them out on it and said, "No, that's not fucking true." And wouldn't you know who won the pony? The post is gone. And the guy actually said, he's like, "Oh, well, that's good research." Again, so yeah. So it took her all of, I think it was within 5 minutes she had commented on it and tore it apart. And he deleted the post. Now, fair enough. But you should leave it up so that people can say, "Oh, look, I was wrong about something," kind of thing, right?
Yeah, but we don't live in that world where people, most people will not say, "Hey, I was wrong. I didn't do," or whatever it is. They simply try and hide it and move on to the next thing.
Yeah, and then of course, you click on it because it's on from like this Unity Canada, right? And of course, everybody's like, "Oh, see, we knew it. That's just," and it's like, and this is the problem because one person called to the attention to this that it was wrong, but no one else is going to see it, and everyone thinks it's true, and that's how this shit spirals out of control, and then we're here.
Yeah, it's just like the Mackenzie rumor mill, or what was that, telephone when we were kids. You start off with one little bit of information, and it spirals from there. And in the course of a day, all of a sudden it goes from George bought a coffee and he tripped on the sidewalk to George was escaping assassination and he had to go to Russia.
And then dropped his Mooka Chikalaka bullshit. Right? And it's just like, but yeah, it's that Mackenzie was the worst for that shit. Mackenzie was god awful for that.
So far as we knew. I mean, we were in Mackenzie so that's why we can say that. We weren't in Fort St. John or any other small towns in BC or Alberta. So we don't know that for sure Mackenzie was the worst.
It was the worst for us. It was pretty bad for that. It was it was ridiculous. So.
I did want to start a rumor at some point that it was something about Russia, that I had to go to Russia or escape to Russia or something about Russia, just to start off at a ridiculous point and see how much more ridiculous it would get from there. But I could never figure out how to go with that and still make it believable for people to talk about. So
Yeah.
I just let it go.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Would have been an interesting experiment, though.
Yeah, it's kind of like I don't know if you were a Big Bang Theory fan or not. There was a episode where they wanted to start a rumor, Sheldon and Amy, that they had sex, but that they were also like she was getting orthotics.
Okay.
And of course, nobody said anything about the orthotics. They'd be like, "Oh, well, whoa, you guys, you guys had sex," and she was like, "Oh, there's nothing on there about orthotics." Just to see how like what would take over, of course, right? Or would they even care about the secondary lie that was told? So,
Yeah, the salaciousness always wins out.
oh, of course, without a doubt.
Yeah, it's just like said this last week, the week before. If it bleeds, it leads.
Oh, of course, yeah, that's just it. I mean, that they said that in Bowling for Columbine. I remember them saying like, I mean, I think one of the reporters during that said, it's not the grandest life because to go from one tragedy to another to another to another,
Yeah.
right? So it'd just be terrible. Well, while we're sitting here and have no viewers, I'm gonna go on YouTube and put some key tags on here because where the hell is everybody? At least where the hell's Ryan?
Yeah, I wonder if he's at his evening job or does that start later?
I have no idea.
Maybe he was kidnapped by the Bilderbergs.
Have you tried the new? I don't know if you ever tried Timbits, but there's some new Timbits out. Justin Bieber has Timbits out.
That's all I need to say no.
I don't know. There's a birthday cake waffle one, and I like birthday cake flavored stuff.
Yeah.
So I think I'd be really willing to try that.
I would too. When Marble Slab was around here, I went there and I really liked their birth cake ice cream.
Yeah, I quite enjoy it. Like even Tim Hortons has birthday cake Timbits, and I really they're so good.
Nice.
They're delicious. Yeah.
You ever been to a Marble Slab? There's one in Edmonton, I remember.
We have one, but no, because of the being diabetic, I kind of stay away from the ice. I mean, I'm taking a new shot now that's like really helped my blood sugar. So I mean, I could try hey, we got a copyright claim on our last.
Yeah, I know. It's from the video I played at the end.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunately, do we have the option to remove the audio?
I don't know. Let's see. See details. That's funny. That's funny.
It's not surprising, but I figured I'd try it anyway. I got it linked in the description.
Yeah, for 2 minutes. Yeah, for the 2 minutes.
Yeah, might as well get rid of it. Oh, well.
Hello, Jennifer.
Oh.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. Oh, well.
Welcome, Jen.
Welcome, Jen.
Glad you could be here, wasting your time. And you're the only one, too. Yeah. I guess Ryan had something better to do.
Yeah, and a job is actually better, so.
Is it, though? Well, yes, you get paid.
Yeah, you do get paid as a motherfucker. So, started a second band project.
Really?
But like a folk band.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just we're doing like folkier stuff, like stuff I haven't even heard of. So it's a bit of a learning curve because I don't know the stuff, right? So, but yeah, it was nice to do something different. And I'm with Jared, so my guitarist and his father. His father's a guitarist as well. But I told Jared, I said, you got to run this shit. I run the other one, and that's more than a fucking enough of a headache for me.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, I'm out. What's his play?
Oh, cool. He's doing drama. Right on. I remember doing that back in the day.
Gets that from his mom. Drama. I loved drama. It's one of my favorite things I remember is the Dracula play. And we talked about that here a while ago. It was amazingly fun. The after part. Yeah.
I don't remember too much about the play, even though the inception to rehearsal process to the play itself, that was a good, I want to say 4, 5, 6 months. I don't
Yeah.
remember any of it for some reason now.
I actually came in. That's awesome.
Fucking musical.
That's awesome. I actually came in late to the play because Tommy Seawright was actually supposed to play my part, or the part I'd gotten of Henry Westenra, and he backed out.
Interesting.
So yeah, I ended up taking the spot. Yeah.
Jesus, I don't even watch SpongeBob SquarePants, let alone have any idea what the musical would be like.
I watched some cartoons because Cohen used to, right? And yeah, other than like once he was done, I was kind of done. So wow, weird. Frank's not even going tonight.
That's strange. He should be.
Yeah, he's not. Hope everything's okay. Yeah, it's weird to see him not going. That is strange. Just looking at shit here. MJ Kelly. Fuck. I think Jen was backstage.
Okay.
I think because it was Tara Specker.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Whatever
and
happened
Devin,
to her.
same with her.
Yeah. And then who was Joy Martin?
Yes.
Was Henry Westenra's wife and Mrs. Westenra, and I was Henry. Who was Mina? Was that Devin?
I think so.
Okay, I think you're right, yeah. And then that's what it was, yeah. And then Graham was Van Helsing.
Yep.
Richard Diable was, I can't remember. Dyka was Harker.
Yep.
James was Renfield.
Yeah, of course.
And
typecasting.
He was awesome. Yeah. Carl was the butler. Dyka.
I remember that.
Yeah. And I think that was it from what I can remember.
There were more people. Trish was in it. Susan was part of it.
Oh, Anna Furlot was the girl the neck you bit.
Yeah, I had to carry her. I remember that. Okay, I remember that when we first rehearsed that particular scene, and I had to lift her up. I had trouble doing it, and she's like 5'2", 90 pounds.
She was a little woman, little lady at the time.
Yeah, so I had to hit the gym with Callio, and then I was able to do it.
That's funny. Was it Devin Davis, right?
Devin Davies, yeah. Oh, Davies?
Yeah. Yeah, wow. Devin Davies, yeah, fuck. I wonder whatever happened to her.
We'll just assume with most other people, married, kids.
Yeah, same with Tara Specker.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, well, I fucking hope so. What else? I sure as hell hope not. You got any videos or anything for us today?
No Karen videos. I looked at some of them recently. It's just people yelling at each other. There's no real fun variant in there, you know?
No
real good burns.
So this was funny because I thought, oh fuck, here we go, I'm gonna get yelled at, right? So we stayed in a hotel overnight downtown. They put us in downtown Calgary, and of course it was supposed to snow, so I took the truck. Of course it didn't snow, I could have taken the Jeep. So I'm downtown Calgary in a half-ton pickup. Streets are pretty small, so we pull in front of the hotel, and Kim runs in to go register us, and I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden a car pulls up beside me to back in parallel park. Well, a car had moved, so I moved ahead so he could get in easier, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting there to look at my phone, and I kind of heard, like, I look over, I see he's coming up the side of the truck. I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. Like, he's gonna be like, right? And he just knocked on. He said, "Thank you very much. Merry Christmas," and walked away. It's like, whoo, because I was waiting for the and that didn't happen.
What's up, bro? You want to do something, bro? Get out of the truck, bro.
And so everything that I noticed today too, every asshole. I mean, of course, there's more assholes driving. Don't get that twisted than what I'm about to say. Every fucking BMW driver in Calgary can fuck off. Like every one of them. Oh, and not only that, everybody's worried about texting and driving. That's how it's killing people. How about the new headlights on these fucking trucks that look like they're high beams and they're just the low beams? Because you go like, dude, you're blinding me. All of a sudden he turns on flashes his high beams at you and your fucking retinas are fucking melted out now. Like I don't know if you go out much at night, but driving here because we drove home from Edmonton in the dark, went to Calgary last night in the dark. These new headlights are fucking ridiculous.
Are you sure it's not just you getting old?
Fuck you! You're now on the list with the fucking headlights and the BMW drivers. And this new shit rap that's out. Fucking punk kids. Fucking shit rap and fucking strawberry flavored vapes and fucking fuck.
Smoke should not smell or taste beautiful. It should be cancer-ridden, disgusting shit.
Yeah, man. You know, like the only person I know if there's a couple of people who've done it right. Not many that I can think of. I'm going up. I know people have, but my wife's the only one I know that's done it right with vaping. She was smoking. She started vaping at I think 18, like level at 18 for the nicotine, and weaned herself down, and then quit smoking and hasn't touched a cigarette in 5-6 years, I believe.
Wow.
Could be wrong. Yeah, that's what vaping was supposed to be for. Not fucking, no, this is what we switched the habit with now because it smells nicer. We could do it in the house. One of my favorite, remember everybody's doing those vape tricks? Like,
oh, yeah.
My favorite was the guy pulls this big thing in and goes, wham! And he just runs his head into the wall. I was like, yeah, perfect. Great. That's a great trick. I highly approve of that one. You know.
Yeah, the entertainment of hurting oneself. At least it's not something silly like, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago? You heard of the knockout game, right?
Oh, dude, they were doing the knockout game when we were kids. People were doing
really?
it.
I never heard of it until a few years ago.
But that's the thing. That is the thing. Everything gets so sensationalized now on the internet. But you know what? You know why we got a bunch of pussies kids these days? Have you seen the trend of killer quarters come back yet?
Of what?
Quarters. Remember, you'd spin the quarter and you had to stop it. And if you didn't stop it, you had to put your knuckles down on the table and they'd smash the quarters into your knuckles. You never did that?
I never played that game.
Oh, fuck. We used to do it at Munchies all the time.
Wow.
Yeah, you'd spin the quarter and try to stop it like on its side, like so it was straight up and down. And if you stopped it, you got to slam the quarter into people's knuckles. But if you knocked it, if you didn't, they got to slam it into your knuckles.
Dude, pass me some ketchup. Oh, so I'm sorry. That's the pool of blood from your knuckles.
Well, do you want to know what? And us savages would have just dipped our fries in it.
The blood of my enemies.
The blood of my enemies.
There he is.
There he is. Ahoy, ahoy. Take a drink. And then sissy tests. Do you remember doing sissy tests?
No.
So you take your thumb and you just scratch your hand like this repeatedly and see how long you keep going. I remember people had scars all over their hands from doing it.
What the fuck? I obviously led a sheltered life and I missed out on all this harm yourself entertainment bullshit, but why?
Well, so now I'll say this. In the defense of all the kids that were eating Tide Pods and shit, that's what we were doing.
Okay, so I'll counter with sensationalization. Maybe there were a few kids out there who had mental problems, maybe, who decided to eat Tide Pods, but that doesn't mean it's sweeping the nation.
No.
I mean,
no.
and Trevor Gibson likes the stream. Well, thank you very much, Trevor. I think that's 2 weeks in a row he's done that. That's great. Would you like the link to our Patreon? No, I'm kidding.
Wait, we have a Patreon all of a sudden? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I mean, thanks for the link. Ryan, why can't you stay long? What are you doing?
Touching his wiener.
Imagine having to schedule a time for that. I guess that's what happens when you get old. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, but when you do the effort to put the popsicle sticks and tape around it to get it going, you had to fucking,
pitching a tent. Yeah.
Yeah. When you got to get that shit ready, it takes time and energy to get it ready.
Yeah.
So, you see, someone took the time. This popped up on Facebook. And I should actually look it up. But apparently, George Jetson is going to be conceived this weekend.
I saw that. Yeah.
I wonder if that's just hilarious. His birthday's the day before mine, August 27th.
Ooh, he is going to jerk it later. That's why.
It's gonna jerk it good. Dun 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 dun
Jerk
dun
it.
dun.
Jerk it.
Jerk that dick. Dun 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 dun. Make it really quick. Dun 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 dun. Before they come in. Dun 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 dun. Commercial break. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun psh, dun 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 dun.
Better be careful, Ryan. We got zero content, so we're probably going to cut and paste and put your explanation on the air. No, we won't do that.
This one time in Bandcamp.
I saw something on Facebook, and I'm not sure if it was one of our friends, but the Omicron variant that started, someone
Finch, yep.
Someone did an anagram of it, and it spells moronic. I don't know why that would be at all relevant and worth sharing, but apparently they did.
Kids on the block sucked a bunch of dick. Chinese food makes me sick. And oh wait, sorry. I thought we were talking Abercrombie and Fitch, the song. I like girls that have Abercrombie and Fitch. I don't have to take the travel because they're not double vaxxed. It's cheap dates in the summer.
See, that's when early internet was great because you had all this interesting creativity like that coming out. That, and I think, do you remember Cookie Monster did a cover of I Did It All for the Nookie?
Yeah.
Did it all for the cookie.
The cookie. Of course I remember. Jesus.
You remember?
You remember. Pepper's Farm remembers. Remember?
Oh boy, here we go.
Actually, someone did say that. Yes, but someone did point that out on the Facebook, apparently.
Okay, what does that have to do with anything in reality?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, we're throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. How do we rile up the conspiratards now? Come on.
Yeah, fuck.
They might as well go with Unicron.
I think it should be Unicron.
Yeah.
And Orson Welles should voice any voiceover. Orson's passed on, but there's got to be someone that kind of sounds like him. Right?
Maybe. I'm pretty sure that from all the movies he's done over the years, you could compile something, like just picking out single words. Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be badass. But see, this is the problem, and now we're going to talk about it because we don't have any content to talk about it. So, the first case that I heard on the news in Alberta was a guy who traveled from Nigeria through the Netherlands. We're like, okay, but he took the. So this is what I don't understand. He took the test when he got back a week or 2 weeks ago,
and he tested negative.
Well, then for the other ones he did, but apparently this one he tested positive for. So it's like, okay, and then you're like, well, wait, and then you see people not now. That we're gonna do the Bilderberg thing here in a second, so be ready. So just get ready. Not yet. Don't jump the gun. So then people are saying, Well, hold on. You're not supposed to be traveling without being vaccinated, which, from what I understood, was the case,
Yeah.
unless you had a negative test. But apparently, this guy was not double vaccinated. So why in the fuck is he allowed to come in the country? This is what I don't understand.
Yeah.
And it's giving people. This is why people go nuts on social media, because they're going, well, hold on a second. Why is he traveling? Or are you going to get them to go, or you're going to get the people to go, oh, well, they're just saying he wasn't vaxxed because, the magical group called the Bilderbergs. Now.
And in other news, the Bilderbergs.
So yeah, so that's just it, and that's what's going to happen. So it's like when they started all of it, and it was like, oh, 100 bazillion people are going to die, and everybody's like, holy shit. And then it's like, oh, like nowhere near the people died that they thought were going to die.
I think it's up around 7 million worldwide at this point.
But the numbers they were talking about, I mean, I can't remember the numbers, but I remember they were high enough for when me and Kim watched the first, when they were talking about this on Global News, going, holy fuck. Like, wow. So this is just giving more ammo to these fucking lunatics to be like, burn, burn. Just, fuck.
Well, I was fucking wrong. It's 5.2 million at this point.
Oh, see, you should be doxxed because you fucking lied. And now you need to apologize to baby Jesus.
Yes, and now I need to out myself as being a secret member of the media and also being paid off by them to fearmonger. That's me. Yeah. Yeah, all because I didn't have the number on hand.
Yep. Pretty much. You should have looked up the information before you opened your mouth. And now baby Jesus is crying.
No, baby.
Yes. Baby Jesus is crying.
The number that people trot out with regards to the virus when they say 99.99 something have recovered from it, I don't know where they're getting that number from. Okay, so if you take total number of cases, which at this point is 264.4 million, you divide 238.4 million who have recovered from the total of 264.4, and you get 90%. So, 90.1% of people who get the virus recover, and then 5.2 million deaths from that. But people are saying, some people have said, disclaimer, that it's 99%, but they're taking the total world population in that number and not the number of cases. Yes, exactly. I'm seeing that too, Ryan. They're trying to underhandedly label people as Platophiles. I don't know if I can actually say the word, so I'll just go with Plato.
Yeah. It is a weird thing that it has, and I don't know. It's fun. It's weird. It's funny you say that, because like it's always different levels of, like, they're finding almost something to try to cling on to, right?
Yep.
Until, like, well, they're trying to kill off the elderly, then they're trying population control, and now they're trying to control your children and stuff. So it always seems to be escalating sort of in different ways.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're really like. It's always just looking for, like, the next. It's kind of like the news media looking for the next big headline, right?
Yep.
It's and it's the same thing, but that's society as a whole is like that, right? It's every group of society,
Yeah, milking something for all it's worth. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the Kyle, what's his name, shooting and stuff. Like, it's
Rittenhouse. Yeah.
And it's just, you don't know what to believe. You don't, you hear that. I mean, I'm sure that I don't think there was no black people killed, right? Like,
no.
From Kyle, and that was a big thing they were pushing, that he was a racist and that he murdered black people. No, he didn't. That's not what happened at all.
Exactly. Early reports may have, oh, there he is. Finally. Hello, old man.
He's at work tonight. I know that.
Oh,
Yes. He's first night shift because we talked yesterday. So,
gotcha.
um,
So early reports may have said, yeah, he killed 3 black people, but of course, as time goes on, we get the real facts.
Yeah.
Now, he shot and killed 2 white people, injured a 3rd white person. He shot at a black person who was attacking him, but missed completely.
mhm.
And I think the reason, and Drew had mentioned this on his show, that the media was painting Kyle as a white supremacist. And I think it was because after Kyle had been charged, but before the trial, he was seen getting pictures with people who were white supremacists. So it's that guilt by association argument. And speaking of Kyle and the misunderstandings about his charges, it is not true that he brought a gun from Illinois, where he was staying, into Wisconsin. However, after he used the gun in Wisconsin, he did bring it back over the state line into Illinois, where he turned himself in. So technically, yes, he did bring a gun over the state line, but not into Wisconsin. It was out of Wisconsin, if I remember correctly.
But this is also, I think a lot of people stop and never talk about this part of it. And I said this when this all happened, was these protests were Black Lives Matter protests
Mhm.
that were only semi-violent, while the news reporter on CNN's reporting and the building behind him is on fire. It's been, it's been pretty much been peaceful. That was the report. But this is what they wanted. The Black Lives Matter wanted to defund the police. Like, a lot of them wanted to, like, again, that's always the call, is to get rid of the police. This is exactly what would happen. Do you think the fucking, and I mean, I could say this, do you think fucking now, I'm not saying, I don't know this Kyle gentleman, I don't know, but you think those nut bar militia guys in fucking Montana are going to give you their guns? Or do you think they're going to come out in droves, like, well, we don't have police anymore, guess what we're fucking doing? And guess what? We'll just shoot. There's no freeze, like, we're going to tase you. No, we're going to shoot you. But that's what they, like, this is, I said at the beginning when it all happened, this is what was going to happen. If they want to defund the police and abolish the police, and this is what they get. Do I remember Ruby Ridge? I do not. Alex, do you?
Slightly, yeah. I might be thinking of something else, but I do remember the name Ruby Ridge. Yeah, absolutely.
That was a fucking Rancid song, but it's Ruby Soho.
To live in the same universe where a guy like Ryan the Redneck Labatuk would talk about Ruby Soho by Rancid, I got to just get a glimpse of that universe. That's probably the same universe where Chad is actually 80 and eating pudding. That would be awesome.
Okay, so Ruby Ridge. I did not remember Ruby Ridge, but Ruby Ridge was the site. See, I was 12 when this happened. I can't believe I never heard about this. So Ruby Ridge was the site of an 11-day siege in 1992 in Boundary County, Idaho, near Naples. It began August 21st when deputies in the United States Marshal Service initiated an action to apprehend and arrest Randy Weaver under the bench warrant after he failed to appear on firearm charges. With 3 conflicting dates of his court appearance and suspecting conspiracy against him, Weaver refused to surrender, and members of his immediate family and the family friend Kevin Harris resisted as well. The hostage rescue team and the FBI became involved in the siege development. So, wow.
Yeah, I remember that. I think they killed his brother and his wife. They sniped them or something.
Oh, wow.
And I think his wife was pregnant at the time, or she had his kid in her hands, something like that.
Oof.
I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah, because Waco was the next year in 93.
Yep. Yeah, and just yeah, but this is the stuff that happens. Again, you think yeah, I don't yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, what
that's
the
what it
fuck
was.
is Oka? I don't know what is Oka. Is
You
that a
sure
type
you're
of
not?
pudding, Chad?
Isn't that a type of Greek yogurt? I think it's Oko or something.
So
Not
I don't know if
exactly.
I don't know if he's talking about like the Oka crisis.
Give him 10 minutes. I'm sure he'll pump out another sentence that's a little bit
Um.
more detailed.
So the Oka crisis was known as the Kantasaki resistance. Was a land dispute between a group of Mohawk people and the town of Oka, Canada, which began on July 11th, 1990. Lasted 77 days with 2 fatalities. Wow.
I don't remember this one.
Yeah, me neither. So
Then again, 1990. I wasn't watching the news at that point. Hi,
yeah,
Dad.
sure wasn't.
So that's 3 out of 4. Ryan, Chad, Dad. There's someone on your Facebook page watching. Out of the hundreds and hundreds of friends that you have, who do you think it could be?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
It's hard to say. But yeah, it just yeah, no, and you're right, Bruce. We were,
Yep.
but it's weird though, because I mean, just the fact we've never heard of it after the fact is so strange.
Yeah, till now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, it's just ignorance, I guess. I don't know.
There's so much that happens every day. There was a school shooting in Michigan
Oh yes,
2 days
yes.
ago. Yeah, I haven't
Good night,
seen anything
Ryan.
about that. Take care,
Um,
Ryan. Thanks for
I
stopping by.
don't know if it's true, but I did see something that one of the kids that was killed was a high school football star, and he was actually trying to wrestle the gun away from the kid. If that is true,
Whoa.
I don't know. Um, that is true. It was in Michigan, right?
Yep.
School shooter. There we go.
Yeah, school shootings were front and center stage 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
See, but what's really scary and what bothers me and that nothing has changed. I won't say her name, but we just saw a friend. I saw a friend on Facebook saying that her daughter has been continually bullied by the same kids, and this has been ongoing for quite a while.
Hmm.
This is the problem. Nothing ever fucking happens.
Yeah.
And then it escalates to the point where these type of things happen.
Yeah, Columbine, for example.
Yep.
The reason that I think partially it happened, it had nothing to do with violent video games or Doom or Marilyn Manson or metal music. It was the fact that they were bullied. That's what I took away from it.
Me
And they
too.
were extensively bullied.
Yep. Horribly, horribly bullied.
Yeah. Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell, Chad. I am not currently following it, but there have been many people who have said, "Oh, we're not going to find out anything. The doors are closed. It's a media blackout." Not true. Almost every news organization is reporting on it in some way, shape, or form. I don't think the news media can have cameras in there, but they can definitely take notes and do sketches, and there is reporting happening on it. So it's not as if it's a total media blackout and the media is trying to conceal it from us. That's definitely not true. And I think J-Man was saying that on Drew's show, that no one's reporting on it. Not true. Definitely not true. You can find it on Fox News and CNN and MSNBC and CTV at the very least.
So, what do you say? That we've already had this conversation on this show, on the old show about guns. It doesn't matter. It's my right to have a gun. As many guns as I want. Again, and nothing has changed my opinion. It's lack of education. It's lack of fucking gun safety. Apparently, this kid bought this gun, or his father had bought the gun 4 days before this happened.
I heard that too.
Why wasn't this gun locked up?
Exactly.
You know, maybe it was, but then why did your kid know? My kid doesn't know where the fucking key to my fridge with the beer is downstairs. But you all motherfuckers are not, smart enough to realize that, holy shit, maybe we should hide the keys for the safes from our children so they can't find them.
Yeah.
And I'm hiding mine from my kids so they don't steal my beer.
Because that beer costs money, God damn it.
And you fucking guys are too stupid to figure out maybe we should lock these guns up and hide the fucking keys.
Yeah, and then
Or make it or I guess it can't be a tumbler because the kid will find out, what did I do so well?
the accent about the American with the guns.
American and the guns. I am, you know.
And then you bring up the Jim Jeffries argument. Well, we'll have him locked up, and then you go into that whole bit.
And he nails it. Mm-hmm. That's like and oh, we're gonna have this kicked again. I would like to sit and hear the argument for why there are certain guns people should own. I'll listen. Like I said about everything, I will listen to your argument.
But you got to sincerely listen. That's the thing. And some people are not doing this. They'll hear what the other person has to say, but it's always with that, you can feel it, that cynical view that they've got. They've got their argument ready to just pounce on them with.
Because I think sometimes because it's always the same, it becomes the same argument. And it's the same argument that's been going on for years. Why does somebody, and again, I don't know a clip limit. I don't know I don't know how many in the USA, what your clip limit is, right? But if you're a marksman, a gun, and you're a gun enthusiast, if you're using like a handgun, let's say like a 6-shot revolver, for instance, you figure your shots would be good enough that you're going to fucking hit your target. Do you need a weapon that goes, but I don't know if that's true. I don't know if you can get those in the States. I don't know.
Yeah. Bump stocks and limits to mag sizes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know that. And I'm sure every place in every state in the States is different.
Yeah, they've all got different gun laws. California, very restrictive. Someplace like Montana, maybe not so much. New York, very restrictive. Alabama, I have no idea. Texas, no idea.
Okay, well, is there a league? Okay, so a magazine cannot hold more than 10 rounds as an unconstitutional and enjoining enforcement. So as of August 14, 2020, the Ninth Court appealed ending California's ban on large capacity weapons. Like, why do you need a magazine round that holds 15 bullets?
Or more, 30, 40?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Banana clips for AKs, I think they go up to 50, but they're quite long. See those in movies, of course.
Yeah, of course. And guys, again, to put up our fucking banner, this is we don't know. And that's why I put it up there. We don't know. And of course, it changes with every place, right? High capacity weapons.
Yeah.
Let's look at legal. So, see, it's all broken down to like state laws, 9 states. Oh fuck, there's a lot of reading. Yeah, that we can't do all that reading. That's a lot of freaking reading. Holy shit. But yeah, it's okay. But that's how confusing it is. Like, I don't understand why a country as a whole can't get together and say, this is the limit for everybody. Done.
Yeah, federally.
Just be done.
Of course you can't, because states' rights.
Yeah, which is just.
But then again, with regards to states' rights, it's great that each state can make up their own minds when it comes to something like Roe v. Wade, which is coming up for debate pretty soon. They might end abortion, or it's not abortion at any point in time. I think it's abortion after 24 weeks.
I saw 15 one, but albeit full disclosure, this was me and Kim were having breakfast this morning at the hotel, and that was on a TV with no volume on. And all I kept seeing was 15 weeks. Like, I was kind of thinking, fuck, some women might not even know they're pregnant,
Yeah, that's the thing. Yep.
right? Like
How do you
3
know?
months. Yeah. I know there's a bunch of stuff going on right now. Like I'm not sure. Like I saw Mississippi, so I kind of went, okay. But I don't know. Wish I did know. I got to see if I can find that. So uh, Omicron. It totally looks like Unicron. What? Oh. I guess we go to world. Do you think they'd be on world news?
Probably not.
Probably not.
But I think it's coming up in the Supreme Court in the United States pretty soon. I don't
Yeah,
know if
I
it's right away.
saw.
Yeah.
Holy
Well,
shit.
again, it's one of those other side of the fence arguments as opposed to guns, where like I was saying, I'm glad there's states' rights and they can choose which way they want to go instead of the federal government saying, okay, all 50 states, you got to do this with regards to this particular topic and subject.
Yeah, I guess. Just saw something that said South Africa's COVID-19 cases double nearly in one day.
And cue the conspirators who saying they're inflating the numbers. It's all bullshit. Blah 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 blah. Blah.
But okay, so but then I'll honestly ask. And I remember saying to you months ago, like this isn't gonna end. And I remember you saying to me, Alex, you're like, "Oh yeah, no, it like they'll get it. It will." And I'm like, "Dude, it's just they're gonna find another one and another one." And I mean, I realize this is only this second or third one. It's still,
I think it's
and
the
that's
fourth variant.
the fourth variant, and like it's gonna keep happening. And it's what do you do? Like what does a society do?
Yeah, yeah. I would come around on that. Yeah, I was short-sighted in my thinking on it because of the number of variants. And
Mhm.
again, I'm not a biologist, so
No,
I have no
and that's
idea
not.
how
And I've never,
variants
yeah,
develop.
yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. Out of the two of us, you were definitely the one who'd be more considered a fucking doctor and scientist than my monkey ass. So I am, yeah. So don't ever get that twisted on this fucking show. I am definitely the chimp playing with his fucking butthole, and don't ever get that twisted.
Throwing the poop.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. Like those two monkeys in Madagascar. Yeah, you're the smart one, and I'm the moron doing sign language and throwing poo. Like, so, but it's this is what people talked about. Like, and it's actually it's getting to the point where like even like people are turning on people.
Mm-hmm.
I asked Jared's father runs karaoke in town, and I said, "Well, how's it going?" He's like, "Oof, not good." Right. And I kind of figured he's like, it's okay. But then he had people who were friends with him that are like anti-vaxxers, and they're like basically like, yeah, we hope he fails. And these were his friends. And like I guess they message people and I'm like, oh, is the bar dead? It's like you're a fucking loser. Like
Yeah,
to wish somebody fails because they don't believe in what you believe is disgusting.
it's malicious.
Yeah, it's disgusting. And anyone who would ever think that about anything, it should be fucking ashamed of themselves.
Yeah,
To
it's
wish.
childish.
Yeah, to wish.
Yeah.
Like, you want to know what? I have friends that don't agree with what I say. And I don't agree with what they say, but guess what? They're still my friends. I still talk to them. I still go to their house. Guess what? This is what it is. Right?
Yeah. There are 3 people on my Facebook who I would disagree vehemently with regards to COVID and masks and vaccines, yet they are still my friends. I don't challenge them. I let them have their say. I move on because it's ultimately futile to argue with them because we both got our walls set up and we're not going to convince each other. We're not going to tear down the other person's wall.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because he didn't disclose when he first had COVID. Oh, come on.
I had not heard that.
That's another example of blatant, disgusting exaggeration that I see more and more in this day and age. Because murder in and of itself is premeditated, planned killing of a person. I don't think, and I can't prove it, but I don't think that Trump was trying to kill anyone. I don't know. That's something I don't have knowledge on, so I can't exactly speak to it. But maybe he was evil in that way. Maybe he knew when he first got it, well, I'm just gonna go about, and if I kill someone, ha ha ha. Who knows the mind of a person at that point?
So, okay, so Chadney, I'm just reading this right now. It's from October 2020. That says he should face man charges for recklessly from the independent co.uk. That
Bunch of British people.
Yeah, well, a former Manhattan attorney suggests recklessness avoided taking action to control COVID-19. So he should face second-degree manslaughter charges over his administration's pandemic conduction. An ex-murder prosecutor has said. Robert Gottalabi, who served as a homicidal prosecutor for the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, says that. Described the Republican president's actions as reckless.
Yeah, because it happened on his watch. He didn't act fast enough. There is a phone call that was recorded that was put out there. I don't know how many months ago about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So does that mean as of right now, because Joe Biden hasn't shut down the states, that he should be held up on manslaughter charges later?
Absolutely.
Yep,
Yeah.
Just the new Abercrombie and Fitch is coming. And getting ready for them summertime girls. So.
And I think it's fly when girls stop by for the summer. For the summer.
I like girls who wear Abercrombie and Fitch. Take her
Chinese food makes me sick.
Yeah. He really liked that Scooby Snacks line because he used that in a couple songs, actually. Yeah. The Girl in My Dreams and that song, he used the Scooby Snacks line. Yeah. All right, so now what? I'm surprised we rattled on this long, to be honest with you. Really not have anything to talk about.
I think in the future, I figure that by this point, a lot of other people will have commented on it with the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. Maybe next week I'll bring in something about that.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really, but I'm not looking. I mean, like, you don't, because this is the thing, you don't know what to believe. If it's true that all these people were on this list that came out, and this is me saying if it was true, then they should all be prosecuted because everybody knew what the fuck was going on there.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't tell me you didn't know what was going on. So, night, Bruce.
Night, Dad. Have fun flipping images. That's the thing. You don't know what to believe because some people will deliberately leave out context or the full story just to get not only the clickbait headline, but the attention grabber. And yes, that is contained within the clickbait headline, but the attention grabber is the salacious bit of information. When there's more information before and after that they're deliberately leaving out.
Yeah, and that's just it. We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're not gonna know. So such is life.
I don't know that we're not going to know. We're not going to know right now, usually unless we do our research. I'm sure we could find out. And usually that stuff comes out eventually.
Yeah, but it always comes down to what's true, what's not, what's been sensationalized, what's been glamorized. And yeah, we have it's that's what I say. I bid you a good. I'm trying to find the other cool shit, but
and that's why I did this for a short time a few years ago on Facebook, but I'll probably bring it back. Stop the clickbait. get away from these sensationalized one-liners and give us the meat of the story. And I'm pretty sure Susan Herzog got into this a little bit back in drama class in high school. Or maybe there was a journalism class. I can't remember, but I do remember her saying that if you're going to write a story, the headline of the story should be the very, very, very condensed version, giving just the basic idea of the story. I wish I could remember more, but high school is years by now, unfortunately.
And that's the thing is, you know, and I think we're getting to the point where we can kind of start running this down because we have nothing to talk about. That I mean that instead of just, you know, jibber jabbering about jibber jabber, just, you know, we can kind of start winding down is like do the research and like I would be the first to admit I was guilty of it before. I just throw something out there and then it's like I really need to slow down and read. And then you start reading, you're going, well, I don't really like this. Like it's not making sense to me. And then you do a little more digging and you're like, huh. Okay, this is kind of bullshit. Or okay, it was semi-true, but there was much more to this story than actually meets the eye, just like the Autobots, Transformers in general.
That's a lot of what happens in this day and age. You always have to start off with some form of truth, but a lot of people will take conjecture and opinion and outright lies and pack it all together and mishmash it up. And then whoosh, there it is.
Yep.
Like
exactly.
Goatsy. No. Will it result in taking anyone down? Well, this list that we apparently heard of, I don't know that the sources on that are exactly ironclad. I don't know that list is real. That's the thing.
That's just it. We don't know until we see it in a court document with that stamp on it that says evidence or whatever. We're never gonna know.
Yeah.
So
hindsight will always be 20/20.
Exactly. So
if anyone likes parody music, and I'm not talking about Weird Al, I had found this guy years ago. His name is Richard Cheese. You should look him up on YouTube. He does a lot of lounge covers of popular music. People Equal Shit by Slipknot is one example. I think he's done WAP and some Rage Against the Machine stuff as well. He does original stuff every once in a while, like Star Wars Cantina. That's a really good one by Richard Cheese. If I could sing lounge music, I would do what he does because it sounds really good. And it's
we got some downloads. So here I'll read some of these, folks. So and this is Apple Music. Down with the Sickness, Gin and Juice, Baby Got Back, Creep, WAP, Rate Me, Everything is Awesome, Man in the Mirror, People Equal Shit, Chop Suey, Welcome to the Jungle, Closer. So yeah, I will probably start listening to this guy because I like parody music.
Now keep in mind, this is lounge music.
I know.
Okay?
I know. Lounge. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. This is not upbeat Weird Al with his accordion.
Well, it's like when Paul Anka did Crazy Train. It was fucking awesome. So. I'm good.
I was going to mention one more thing.
Okay.
When the conspiratards eventually say, if they haven't already, that the Omicron variant it's fake, it's created, then you want to go after this guy, Alex Siegel, because he is leading the team of researchers that first identified the new variant, and I think he's in South Africa. So if you're going to say, oh, the Bilderbergs, the New World Order, the Illuminati, that's the guy you want to talk to.
Yeah.
So I did just a little bit of research on that one.
Perfect. That's all you need.
Yeah, exactly. Dick, you got it.
Dick Cheese.
Yep.
You win, Chadney. You fucking win. Sorry, excuse me. It was a long day. I like toidles.
We don't get too many memes like that anymore on the internet. There was
No.
the guy who said, "Reality hits you hard, bro."
Man, no good ones anymore.
No, and there was the guy with the homeless guy with the hatchet when he was being interviewed. That was a wild one.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't get them like that anymore. It's all Karen stuff.
Yep.
Which I don't have. Yeah. I think an hour is good unless you got more.
We're out.
Yeah, we'll be back next week.
Yeah, we'll be back sometime. See the fuck later.
Yeah, we had 5 at one point. Now we got 3, and they're like, one of them's
what
Chad.
Just got here?
the other 2, well, what the hell, man? Well, you should have tuned in a half hour ago. Maybe it would have given us the impetus to stick around longer.
But sure didn't. Bye.
So I was going to end with, on the second day of Christmas, my true love said to me, "Fuck you, Gordon Campbell, and a partridge in a pear tree."